These incredible foods will clean your blood vessels, the best for circulation. Hello. Do you know what destroys your arteries, forming fat plaques and causing atherosclerosis in the carotid and coronary arteries that irrigate the heart? This can lead to heart attacks or strokes. And can these fat plaques be reversed? Is regression possible? What are the 10 foods that can reduce the chances of fat accumulating in your arteries? This is today's topic. What are the 10 best foods for your circulation and the worst ones that you should avoid? Stay until the end because you will learn how to keep your blood vessels as healthy as possible and how to clean the fat plaques. But first, like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our health tips, and activate the bell to receive notifications. It is very important to share this knowledge with friends and family. When it comes to your health, it's worth sharing. So, share it, and tell me, do you have fat plaques or poor circulation? From which part of Brazil or the world are you? Write it down below. 10 incredible foods that will clean your blood vessels, improve circulation, and the 5 prohibited ones. Let's go. We know that cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death in Brazil and worldwide. We also know that changing diet and swapping bad habits for healthy ones make all the difference. There are 3 things that can destroy your arteries. What are the 3 things that damage your arteries? First, inflammation. Second, cholesterol buildup known as atherosclerosis. And third, the formation of clots or emboli that can block important vessels like those in the lungs or brain. It is crucial to understand how to avoid diseases in the blood vessels, halt this destructive process, and know that, in many cases, it is possible to reverse fat plaques based on robust scientific studies. Why is it so important to fight inflammation to prevent obstructions? The interior of the arteries, which function as pipes for blood, is lined with a tissue called endothelium. This vascular lining is essential for cardiovascular health, regulating vascular tone and producing substances like nitric oxide, which dilates arteries. In addition to keeping blood flow fluid, the endothelium balances clotting and clot dissolution, preventing cholesterol plaque formation. Body inflammation compromises endothelial function, making it dysfunctional. This allows cholesterol to accumulate on arterial walls, forming fat plaques that can block blood flow. The combination of inflammation and high cholesterol levels is highly detrimental to arteries, creating a combustible situation like phosphorus and gasoline. To protect your arteries, it is essential to reduce body inflammation. How can we reduce inflammation in the blood vessels? By combating its main causes: abdominal obesity, smoking, hypertension, lack of physical activity, stress, lack of sleep, high cholesterol, and avoiding a pro-inflammatory diet. First, look at your belly. Is it more prominent? This may indicate inflammation. It is important to measure your abdominal circumference. If you are a woman and have less than 88 centimeters, or a man with less than 102 centimeters, you are within the ideal range. If it is above this, it is crucial to try to lose the belly. Don't think that just eating the right 10 foods I'm going to mention will compensate for this. Abdominal obesity, especially in an apple shape, is dangerous because it acts like an endocrine organ, releasing inflammatory substances like TNF-alpha and IL-6. This visceral fat interferes with hormones, converting testosterone into estrogen via aromatase, as well as increasing appetite, worsening mood, and raising cortisol, the stress hormone. This affects metabolism, increasing the risk of insulin resistance, prediabetes, diabetes, high blood pressure, and fat accumulation in the liver. It is essential to lose the belly to improve vascular health. What contributes to belly increase and worsens inflammation in the blood vessels? First, ultra-processed foods, full of preservatives, flavorings, artificial colorings, and excess sugar, fat, and salt. Despite being cheap and popular, these foods are like bombs for the body, with low nutritional value and replacing natural and healthy options with industrial formulations that cause inflammation and increase cancer risk. Thought you didn't eat these things? Let's go. Stuffed cookies, Cheetos-type snacks, instant noodles like ramen, soft drinks, diet or not. The list is extensive, but these examples show what to avoid. Also, sugar, corn syrup, and fructose are harmful, the latter being considered even worse than sugar. If you consume soft drinks, boxed juices, industrial salad dressings, ketchup, mustard, cakes, canned fruits, jams, puddings, you are ingesting foods that can seriously harm your health. Reducing sugar, corn syrup, and fructose consumption is essential. Even foods that seem healthy, like cereal bars, can contain these harmful ingredients, acting like wolves in sheep's clothing. Other refined carbohydrates, such as pasta, white rice, and white bread, cause spikes in blood glucose and insulin levels, which are associated with obesity, metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, and other inflammatory conditions. Opting for whole grains, such as whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta, and brown rice, is a healthier choice whenever possible. Trans fats are also harmful to your arteries. Created in the early 20th century to mimic saturated fats, trans fats are chemically modified to increase their resemblance to saturated fats. However, they have been found to be even more harmful, raising LDL, bad cholesterol, lowering HDL, good cholesterol, worsening inflammation, and being linked to diabetes and dementia. Avoid products that contain hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated fats, found in margarines, snacks, processed desserts, and fast foods. Finally, saturated fats such as coconut oil, fat from picanha, whole milk with cream, butter, and visible fat in red meats should also be consumed in moderation. Although they are not as harmful as trans fats, excessive consumption can contribute to cardiovascular health problems. Saturated fat, mainly found in red meats, increases LDL cholesterol, which can contribute to the buildup of plaques in the arteries. We recommend consuming more white meats such as fish and poultry, limiting red meats to 2 to 3 times a week, and choosing leaner cuts. Although cholesterol is essential for functions such as building cell membranes and producing hormones and vitamins, its excess, especially when combined with inflammation, can be harmful. Most circulating cholesterol is produced by the liver, not by the diet, and is influenced by each person's genetics. There are 2 main types of circulating cholesterol: LDL, known as bad cholesterol, which can accumulate in the arteries, and HDL, known as good cholesterol, which plays a role in hormone production, such as testosterone, and acts as a cleaner, removing LDL. If LDL is high and HDL is low, especially in an inflammatory context, detectable by the high-sensitivity C-reactive protein test, there is a higher risk of plaque formation in the arteries. On the other hand, low levels of C-reactive protein can mitigate the effects even of slightly elevated cholesterol. Therefore, it is possible that people with normal cholesterol have cardiovascular problems, while others with high cholesterol do not have significant plaques, due to variables such as C-reactive protein and lipoprotein A. It is a mistake to say that high LDL does not increase cardiac risk, as it is directly associated with the formation of atherosclerosis. To keep arteries healthy, include foods like olive oil in your diet, which is rich in monounsaturated fatty acids that help reduce LDL and have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Studies show that regular consumption of olive oil is linked to a lower risk of cardiovascular diseases, certain types of cancer, and dementia. The 9th food that benefits your blood vessels is fish rich in omega-3, such as salmon, tuna, trout, sardines, mackerel, and herring. These fish feed on phytoplankton, a source of omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 increases HDL cholesterol, known as good cholesterol, which helps clean the arteries. Additionally, it has antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and vasodilatory effects, reducing platelet aggregation. The 8th food is nuts, such as almonds, walnuts, and cashews. They can improve blood cholesterol levels but are caloric and expensive, so they should be consumed in moderation. 7th are chia seeds, which are rich in omega-3, iron, calcium, and antioxidants. They also contain a lot of fiber and mucilage, which help improve cholesterol and triglyceride levels. The 6th food is flax seeds, which contain alpha-linolenic acid, beneficial for people with heart disease, as it lowers blood pressure, LDL cholesterol, and controls blood sugar levels. Flax seeds are also rich in phytosterols, which block cholesterol absorption by the intestine. 5th is oats, which contain soluble and insoluble fibers and are rich in beta-glucan, a substance that improves cholesterol levels and reduces cardiovascular diseases. Consuming 1.5 cups of cooked oats per day can lower cholesterol by 5 to 8%. 4th are beans, such as black, white, and string beans, all rich in soluble fibers that help lower LDL cholesterol. Beans are also slowly digested, which helps maintain satiety for longer. The third food that benefits your blood vessels is avocado, rich in monounsaturated fats and antioxidants like vitamin E, which has anti-inflammatory properties. Studies suggest that including avocado in your diet can improve LDL cholesterol levels, especially in people who are overweight or obese. Second place goes to dark chocolate with a high cocoa content. Cocoa flavonoids have a positive impact on blood vessels and blood pressure. Epicatechin, a flavonoid present in cocoa, increases nitric oxide production, promoting vasodilation and reducing inflammation. It is important to choose chocolate with more than 70% cocoa to obtain these benefits, while milk chocolate does not offer the same positive effects. And the number one food that cleans your blood vessels is red wine. Grapes contain many polyphenol, especially in the skin used in red wine production. These antioxidants help protect blood vessels. Moderate red wine consumption is associated with a lower risk of cardiovascular diseases due to its alcohol and polyphenol content. However, it is crucial to consume it in moderation to avoid adverse effects such as weight gain and damage to the liver and brain. If you already have atherosclerosis, such as fatty plaques in the arteries, just changing your diet and lifestyle may not be enough. Studies show that an extremely restrictive, plant-based diet without animal products can help reduce or reverse some plaques in arteries. However, this diet is difficult for many people to follow and may require medical supervision, including the possibility of cholesterol medications, such as statins, to stabilize or reduce the size of plaques and lower the risk of cardiovascular complications. These medications reduce and harden fatty plaques in the arteries. Studies using intravascular ultrasound show that when LDL, the bad cholesterol, is reduced, there is greater regression of plaques. For example, with LDL around 80, half of the people showed regression of atherosclerosis, more than those following the restrictive diet. For those with LDL below 60 milligrams per deciliter, 90% of lipid-rich plaques showed some regression. This means that the size of the plaques decreased, for example, from 50% to 40%. Regarding the main cholesterol medications, we have three main classes available. Statins, such as simvastatin and atorvastatin, act in the liver to reduce cholesterol production. Another important medication is ezetimibe, which reduces cholesterol absorption by the intestine. When combined with statins, the effect is enhanced. The third class is PCSK9 inhibitors, which are injectable and expensive. They work by blocking an enzyme that prevents the liver from removing bad cholesterol from the blood, being used only in specific cases. In addition to medication, it is essential to eliminate risk factors such as smoking, control blood pressure, exercise, manage stress, and improve sleep quality to achieve regression of fatty plaques in the arteries and maintain vascular health. That was today's video. I hope you enjoyed the content. Remember to subscribe and see you in the next video. Thank you very much.